This month, the Solid Ground team was challenged to talk about love. It is February, after all, and everywhere we go, we are bombarded with fuzzy teddy bears and heart-shaped boxes of chocolate and this idea of love in the air, right? And from the Christian perspective, there's lots of different ways that we could go ahead to talk about love. We could talk about, our Father's endless love. We could talk about the New Testament and Jesus' love on earth. We could talk about the love between a husband and wife or between children. But I want to talk about a different kind of love, a love that is all-encompassing, a love that is for everyone. In the Greek language, there are 8 different words for love. You have eros, which is a passionate, kind of lustful love. You have philia, which is a love between friends, kind of a camaraderie, if you will. You have storge, which is a love that has to do with family and memories and possibly children. I want to talk about agape love. And agape love is a love without boundaries, if you will. The definition says that it is fraternal, a platonic kind of unconditional love. And I don't know that I really felt this kind of love until I started my walk with Christ, until I started going to church. And I felt it most specifically when I joined a community group. And everyone would say how much they loved you, and they would kind of throw that word around, I love you in passing or at the end of a phone call or in a hug or it was very much, I love you. And you felt it right away, and it was genuine and it was real. But at first it just kind of felt weird. It just, this whole idea that like someone could love me and they wouldn't even know me. It was all so foreign and also so weird. And and it also was maybe a little uncomfortable at first, because when someone says that they love you, generally you want to reciprocate in love. You want to say, I love you back. But I didn't want to be not genuine, and I didn't want to say that I love someone and not really mean it. And so it took me a while. And I asked myself a lot, what do they know that I don't know? What is it that they know that I don't know? Why is it so easy for them to love like this and not for me? And the answer, of course, was Jesus. In Colossians 2:2, Paul writes, "My goal is that they may be encouraged in heart and united in love, so that they may have the full riches of complete understanding, in order that they may know the mystery of God, namely Christ." The Amplified Translation says, "My hope is that their hearts may be knit together in an unselfish love." I love that visualization of knit together and what that means, that we really can be all connected, right? All intertwined because of this love. And that includes people who are unlovable and people who are not easy to love, right? Maybe you have people in your life who have hurt you, who have lied to you, who have stolen away your trust. And those kind of people, of course, are especially hard to love. But what about those people that society has deemed unlovable? Criminals or addicts or maybe the homeless. That love should not stop with them. Knit together in an unselfish love, not the I'm going to pick and choose who gets my love, right? Now, I just want to be really clear when we talk about love that you can have boundaries and still love people. You can love people from far away. You can put in place boundaries that protect you. Just because you love someone does not give them permission to hurt you. Just because you love someone does not give them permission to walk all over you. And you can base this even biblically. God is clear about actions and about consequences. Romans 6:23 says, "For the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life through choice." God is very clear there, right? For the wages of sin is death. You have a choice. But the free gift of God is eternal life through choice. God is giving us a boundary. He is telling us, make a choice. Jesus would often put a boundary up between those people that he loved because he knew he had to physically separate to be close to the Father. He had to step away for a minute and find a quiet place and go to the mountains and pray and talk to the Father. That was a physical boundary. It's easy to pick and choose those people we show empathy and compassion for. But what does it look like when we don't hold back? What does it look like when there's no criteria or formula for love? When we truly approach others with that agape kind of love, that all-encompassing feeling of love, right? C.S. Lewis referred to this kind of love as the highest form of Christian love. This is a gift. This power that we have when we understand the full riches and complete understanding of Christ. When people look at you, they should ask, what does she know that I don't know? What does he know that I don't know? The common denominator here is Jesus, guys. People should be able to see Jesus in you. They should be able to know that they're loved, right? He's the common denominator. He is the thread that knits us all together. He is that fabric, right? That binds us together. Now, people should not look at you like an arrogance, right? There should be no, oh gosh, look what he knows. Like, he's a Christian, like he must be better than me. It's not that kind of way at all. It should not be an arrogance. But in a situation where your heart for Jesus shines so brightly that there's nothing else that compares to it, right? All the gifts that you can buy on the shelf are nothing compared to the love that's in your heart for Jesus and the love that should shine outwards to your community and honestly to every person that we interact with, right? So in this season, again, where we are bombarded with the idea that gifts equal love, that store-bought affection is somehow a substitute for true compassion, share what you know. The light to someone who is in the dark. Practice unselfish, unconditional love in all that you do so that you may encourage each other's hearts to come together united in love. Thank you, church. Love you.